The next ones are solving decimal word problems using a linear equation in the form of ax plus b equals c. In other words, they want you to write an equation and solve it. It says Reuben rented a truck for 1 day. There was a base fee of $16.95. There was an additional charge of 81 cents for each mile driven. Reuben had to pay $139.26 when he returned the truck. For how many miles did he drive the truck? So the question is asking me, how many miles does he drive the truck? I like to use variables that make sense to me. So I'm going to use M for the miles. Alex probably puts an X in there. You can use whatever variable you want, but I'm going to use M. So if I'm translating my word problem, there was a base fee of $16.95. So I had to pay $16.95 right away when I got there. There was an additional charge, so I'm going to add to that, of 81 cents for each mile driven. So 81 cents times the number of miles I drove is my extra charge. I have to be careful, since this is in dollars, this is in cents, that I use 0.81 for 81 cents. So 0.81 times M would give me my additional charge. When I returned the truck, I paid $139.26. Now the calculator is active on the word problems, especially because their whole goal is that you can set up the equation. And so I'm going to let you use your calculator and help me out, because I don't want to do it in my head. If I'm going to solve this for M, first thing I'm going to do is move my $16.95 to the other side. So go ahead and subtract the $16.95 for me. $139.26 minus $16.95 is 122.31. 122.31. And then, of course, to solve it for M, I'm going to divide by the 81 cents. So M is going to equal 151. So how many miles did we drive the truck? 151 miles. The next one says, Caitlin purchased a prepaid phone card for $25. Long distance phone calls cost 7 cents a minute using this card. Caitlin used her card only once to make a long distance call. The remaining credit on her card is $22.97. How many minutes did her call last? So again, I'm going to use M for my number of minutes, because my question said how many minutes did her call last. So if I'm setting up my equation, I started with a balance of $25. I am going to make phone calls, so it's going to cost me money, so I have to subtract, and it's going to cost me at a rate of 7 cents a minute. How would I show that? 0.07 M, right? 7 cents per minute. My remaining credit then, $22.97. So if I'm going to solve that equation, first thing I'd probably do, subtract my 25, which is going to give me a negative, but that's okay because I have a negative in front of my M. So $22.97 minus 25. Negative 2 what? 03? Negative $2.03. So I really spent $2.03. Dividing by my negative 7 cents. How many minutes did she talk on the phone? 29. So 29 minutes is what she talked on the phone. Number 9, for his long-distance phone service, Chow pays a $6 monthly fee plus 8 cents per minute. Last month, Chow's long-distance bill was $19.44. How many minutes was Chow billed? So if I'm going to write my equation, I would have
0.08 M per minutes.
Okay, so they started with a $6 fee and added 8 cents a minute for talking on the phone, right?
Yeah.
My bill, $19.44. So in order to solve that, I would minus that $6 monthly fee first. So 0.08 M is going to equal 13.44. And then if I divide by my 8 cents a minute, 168 minutes is how much he was billed for.